Hi, I'm Vladivostok. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make blinchikas, which is basically a pancake, like a crepe, real thin crepe like they make in Russia. So what's going to be required to make this is 2 cups of flour sifted, 2 eggs, which I've already got ready so I could get the junk out of them, 2 cups of milk that I let sit out so it's not really cold, it's better this way, 2 tablespoons of sugar, which recipe calls for 1, but I like 2 because I like them sweet. And then a little teeny tiny pinch of starch, cornstarch. And then like a half a tablespoon of salt. You're going to mix in the milk, sugar, salt, and eggs first. And also I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of oil. It says canola oil in most people's recipes, but I'm going to go ahead and use organic virgin coconut oil, which I have nice and liquidy over here. So I'm not going to add in all the milk at first, but because once I go ahead and put the flour in, I'm going to do, a cup or a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup at a time to where I get a nice thin mixture. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. So we got the salt, sugar, some milk, the cornstarch here, and we'll go ahead and start mixing it. Now the trick is you're going to want to see it bubble. The more bubbles, the better. Those nice thick bubbles, not thin, but they're thin bubbles, but lots of them. So like I said, you're going to want to mix in the flour a little bit at a time. Just to make sure you get it nice and mixed. See what I'm doing there? Sometimes I mess up and the whole thing flops in there, but the blinchiki still turn out fine. So you see the bubbles forming nice bubbles in there? You want to keep the bubbles going. Nice bubbles. And you're going to want to get this to be like a soupy consistency. I usually save a little milk and add that when I'm cooking because it thins it out a little bit. Oh, we're going to need more. Hold off on the flour, and then we're going to go ahead and add the oil here. So use the oil in the batter, plus we're going to add some to the pan when we cook it. And I'll kind of show you what we're looking for here. So what I'm looking for, because I use this ladle when I make them, is nice and soupy. Yeah, that might be a little thick, but it's going to be okay. I'm glad I didn't put in the rest of the flour. looks pretty good. So now at this point, what I do is I'm going to let it sit in the fridge for about 20 minutes. I'll check the consistency again, at which time I'll start cooking them up. That's the best part. You see my wife's nowhere to be seen right now, but the second those Blinchikis are going, she'll come out and be like, what do we have here? Что делать? Я хочу это. Вкусно. All right. So that's how we make up the batter. And we make a little mess while we're at it. Soupy, soupy. Okay. So we're ready to go here. Important part is the heat. You don't have the heat right, and then you got a problem. Consistency is good. And my wife is here waiting because she knows I'm making Blinchiki. And Romeo, my blue and gold macaw, just had a shower and he may be making some noise. I put him in the shower because he doesn't like the blender and it would have been really, really noisy. So it's good to add oil. It's good to add oil, so I keep that handy right there. Little chunks of organic virgin coconut oil. I got a plate here I put stuff up on top of. And this is nice because this is warm, so it keeps things nice and warm. One of the things that are the same about Russian style pancakes, Blinchiki, and pancakes is usually the first one comes out not so good. And you don't need really any technique for pancakes. Once we pour this on with the ladle, we do the spin. I'm still learning the spin. Probably better if you have a little bit smaller pan because then you just put enough in there to fill the whole pan and you won't have ugly Blinchiki, which mine are ugly. They're American style. But it's still impressive that I can make these damn things. So you want to keep them thin. You want to watch the top to see some bubbles. And some people like well done Blinchiki and some people like really doughy. So I tend to make some of each. My wife likes them cooked a lot more. So it looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and try one. I usually fill this up. I got like a little technique. Now, believe me, it's been a while since I've made these. See, they look ugly when I make them. You just tend to spread that thing out. And that's kind of how you do it right there. On my stove, it's usually about a 4, in between 4 and 5. I tend to overheat it at first, just because, I don't know, that's what I do. What do you mean what, Romeo? I'm making Blinchiki. Mmm. You'll see them done. Now this is the hard part. When you're waiting to get these things done, you just want to eat them. And usually I sneak a few in. Make my wife wait till the end, but she doesn't listen to me. She goes ahead and tries them. All of them. You can see it starting to get brown along the edges. This is what I look for. I like it brown along the edges. And this is a ceramic pot here, or skillet. It tends to not cook very evenly for me, and I'm still working on my technique. It's all about the technique. Romeo, Blinchiki. Fresh, fresh. The thing is to not get impatient. I tend to get a little impatient. And I keep my batter here, make sure the consistency is done for the next one. See that? You can see it kind of turning brown in here. Still need a little heat on that other side. It's not getting it, but this one's looking good. This is looking good for a first one. You made some Blinchiki, great. Not bad. Not bad for a first one. I like to hear him scream. Listen. And you're puffing up. That's real nice there. My wife is smiling in the background because she knows she's about ready to eat these things. My heat's a little bit hot. Like I say, around 4 on my stove. Yeah. You can see that's looking pretty good. Usually the other side always looks funky when you're done, like kind of spotty. But it doesn't affect the taste. No way does it affect the taste. So I throw that up there. That's looking good. And then we get another one. See, that's a pretty one right there. That's not too bad. That's going to be a nice one. See that sizzle? Usually every couple times I'll put some oil just to keep it cooking evenly. Getting nice and brown. Look at, I like the little thin dots on the side. Oh, that's a good one. That's going to be a really good one. So this recipe, you'll get about 15 to 20, depending on how thin you make them and how big. I'm already hungry. I want these things like right now. All right, talk myself into it. Oh, that's good. Super good. Usually by the time I'm done, you should have a full stack of these things, and I don't have any. Nice and flat looking. See, it's kind of matte in color. I like that. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh yeah. That's a nice looking Blinchiki right there. Let it scream. Let it scream. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. Like I say, 4 is about perfect for me. Little bubbles. I like those bubbles. I should be wearing like an apron or something for the show. Instead I've got my KGB. What is that?
So you can protect yourself.
Yeah. I'm not your traditional cook. Oh, see, that's looking nice. And we just keep going. It does smell good, doesn't it? It's nice to have a live audience who's excited to eat the fruits of your labor. See, that's nice. It's a little bit too hot, but that's okay. That means you get to eat faster. cooking a little more now because the oil's drying up. See? But that's just a really pretty one there. Oh. Oh, that's pretty. That's a beaut. Красиво. Очень красиво. Вкусно. Make sure your batter's staying nice and creamy and soupy. You want it soupy. Thick milk. Heavy cream. I've got my teleprompter over here. My teleprompter's telling me what to say. Oh, that's good. It's going to be really good. See? Please touch my face. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. See, the other side always kind of looks like a tortilla, but that's a really nice one because it's really good. Add a little bit of oil. I just kind of do that. Keep some chunks there, and then we go again. It's really hot right now. I'm gonna do a big fat one. Oh yeah, that's gonna be huge. Look at that one. Oh yeah. Go down a little with the heat. Give myself a chance to cool down a little. Just cool down a little. And then what I like to do, you can pretty much do anything with these. You can put salmon in there with some crepes. If you want to eat some dinner, you can put caviar, chicken, cheese. You can need something sweet. Cream cheese. I like to eat them with yogurt, like Greek yogurt and honey. Jam. You can do jam. Pretty versatile, you know. If you can save some of these for the next day, which I never can, I've been told that you pull them out of the fridge and then you can use them again. So you make them for breakfast and then for dinner, maybe if you can save some, you make some dinner. Bon appetit. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful one. Oh man, that's lovely. Ha 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 ha. Romeo! Mmm! Fresh? You want your fresh? Fresh, 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 fresh. He's very quiet. Romeo's really quiet tonight. He got a shower. He loves his showers. Oh, this one's just... This is probably... That's how you want them. Woo! Don't do that. Don't do that at home, kids. Don't touch the pan. These are really good. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be good, Rome. That doesn't help any, really. I just like to do it. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Woo, that's hot. Now we'll do one without adding any more. We're going to do really big blinchikas today. Keep those things nice and thin. The reason I don't like to get it to the edge of the pan is when it gets up the side, it tends to burn a little. Let's see how it's doing though. Man, that's nice. You see that, Victoria?
We can frame it.
We can frame it. Need a round frame though. Custom. See? Kind of makes it annoying when you got them up the edge like that. Really, this isn't really a pan for making these. You can spend more money and get like a one specifically made for crepes or Blinchiki. I don't need to spend the money. I'd rather put the money into batter. I'm gonna make a nice dark one. Still pretty light. Well, it's 3 in the afternoon right now. So while we're waiting, sometimes I like to have a nice cold brew. Give me a nice cold beer while I'm cooking. Good. I know beer and crepes, it doesn't sound good, but if there's some salmon in there, this is going to be good. Oh yeah. See, I think I turned the flame down. Like I said, 4.5 is better. The oil really tends to make a difference. Is it masla? Russian for oil? Masla. Kukurudza? Kukurudza is coconut, right? Corn? So it's not corn oil, but you could use corn oil if you really had to. How do you say coconut? Kakos. Kakos masla. It's very close to... That's lemons? Kakosova. Kakosova, yeah. Kind of masla and miasa. It's meat and oil. They kind of sound the same to me. Miasa. Miasla. What's miasla?
Miasa and miasa
Together. It's miasa and masla together. It means nothing. You see, I probably could have used a little extra oil on that one. But it's good enough. All right, Romeo. See, this one's nice and hot. We're gonna get a nice thin one here. Oh yeah. That's gonna be just about beautiful. What's that? Well, that ends our tutorial on how to make Blinchiki. And I hope that you enjoyed how I made them. I'm going to invite you back for the next part of the video, which is us eating them. I think that's probably the most enjoyable part. And I hope that you try this yourself at home and get to the point where you get to eat them too. Because that's what it's all about. So with that, I'll see you a little bit later. Well, here we are for the fun part. We've got a plate full of Blinchiki, and I'm going to have some jam and strawberries, and I also like some kefir with it, but oh man, this is going to be delicious. I just grab it up. Oh, вкусно. Очень. So delicious. I could eat this whole plate. And I probably will. Thanks for watching. This is Vladivostok. Watch later for more tutorials on some cool stuff to eat, something maybe a little different. And I appreciate your support. Have a good day.